Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. I have about 9 more days until I go back to Europe, and this is so welcome from Sea Park. They're building a very big building. This entire town is from the 1960s. It was a development by SEA Housing Corporation, and never had a big building because all big tall buildings will eventually become like a zone for like traffic, and obviously Malaysians don't think that far ahead to build better roads, and this is going to be a very bad thing to this old 1960s neighborhood. What we're doing now is the last day of free travel on KL transport systems. They gave a promotion of like 1 month of free travel because they opened a new metro rail transit system, and basically from Sea Park to the Taman Paramount station is only, I would say, less than 300 meters. It's a little bit past that traffic light that you can see. So we're gonna head over there, and we're gonna do this big loop around Kuala Lumpur on the KJ line and another line which I don't know the name of. So I like the Foresty Forest format. If nobody knows who Foresty Forest is, I'll link his channel down below. He's really cool, and basically I can't copy that format because I don't have a tripod, and I'm amazed by his patience of going back to pick up his camera after doing shots, especially when he's hiking like long distances. So this is as good as I can get while doing selfies, and so we'll see what happens and how I edited this video. So I've done a video on Paramount Station in my other video about like public transportation. So basically, if you ever want to come in, you're from Sea Park here, and you go around, come in here, and you can park here because it's better than parking at the lower parking lot, because then you would have to go all the way around that neighborhood, which I don't know which neighborhood it is. So basically, you have the lineup of taxis. You can also call yourself a Grab, and this is the KJ line, which goes all the way from Gombak to Putra Heights. So I should have done a video on this like much earlier. You get a free token, and you scan your token or tap your token across. Let's decide on which way to go. Either towards Kuala Lumpur first, or towards Putra Heights, which is like south of Subang. Let's go towards Kuala Lumpur first. Okay, so what a lot of people don't realize, this is a two-coach train straight to Gombak, and I've always wondered what the short train was for, but it's apparently that. It's like a fast train to Gombak in that area. It doesn't stop at some stations, and it does stop at some. Wow, it's crowded. But don't worry about it, because like Malaysians like to do this, but in the center, in the middle, is usually empty and you can stand. I realize I haven't done this yet, so basically we're there at Taman Paramount. We're going this way towards Gombak, but we're not going to go there. We're going to stop at KLCC, take the other line, and switch over and head back to Putra Heights, and then switch over again and go back to Taman Paramount to make one big loop, since I don't have to pay for it. So in hindsight, I should have gone the other way first, because this is gonna be full because everybody's going to work. So I should have gone to Putra Heights first and made that loop. So just to show a little bit of Petaling Jaya from an elevated point of view. That is the MBPJ building, which is Majlis Bandaraya like Petaling Jaya. And we are in that roundabout loop of like off the federal highway, so we're close to University Malaya, which is the next stop. And basically, the hill that you see in the background is Bukit Kasing or Bukit Kerinci on the other side. So basically I thought I could LRT this entire thing, but I totally forgot that it goes underground. So we'll get it off at KLCC, take the monorail around, and so you can see more of Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, I kind of like, that was annoying because like everything was using like these touch and go cards, but I had a token, and I had to find like a way out. So this is like the pathway to KLCC, the hallway to KLCC. It's and it's lined with shops and places to eat. There's another like underground pass that goes under the park, and there's more restaurants there, and it's actually really a better place to eat. So getting out of the LRT station, basically we're walking through Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is actually a green town, a city. At some points, it's not very. It is like paved, but it's not as bad as, let's say, New York City. And I don't believe I'm doing the touristy thing of like showing you the Twin Towers. And we're coming up to the Twin Towers. There you go. So basically, I'm at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, which is like KLCC, right under the Twin Towers, which is like right there. But the entire thing is, I asked this person at Paramount if the two lines meet here, but they don't. They meet at a different spot in Kuala Lumpur, so we actually have to take the station back to what? I can't see the sign. Oh, anyways, we have to take the station back, take the LRT back, and backtrack. And it was like actually not that long of a trip, so I think this entire like loop will only take about like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So just in case you want to be lazy, the buggy service looks like this. So it takes you around the park. Out of the randomness of me knowing or not knowing the names of buildings, this is Wisma, Denmark. I don't know why. Warm up. So I haven't gone this long without coffee. I need coffee. So we're back at this Ampang Mall thing. I think it's called Ampang Mall. Yeah, this is capitalism waking up, and it's like really funny because you see everybody setting up their shops, and so it's the quiet before the storm of everybody just shopping. So I don't know about you guys, but like I find this fascinating. There's an entire network of underground things, tunnels, in Kuala Lumpur. So like, if I actually lived here, I would just explore all of it because like not only do tunnels exist. I mean, this goes to like loading dock and garage. Uh, all these tunnels exist everywhere. They're usually interconnected, and I just thought of an idea to, instead of taking the LRT, being lazy and taking the LRT back, we're gonna do the skywalk walk to Bukit Bintang. So now we have to get back to KLCC, but we're so going to go underground. Live music from like 10 o'clock in the morning. So here's the LRT station. From KLCC, you get the tickets there and you go through here. There's another gate on the other side, obviously. And this goes underground to go to the LRT. And on a normal day, you would get tickets from this side. But we just came from that Ampang Mall. And now we're going underground, keep going underground to the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. Tunnels everywhere. So coming out of that tunnel, you can see it goes to street level across the street from Jalan Ampang. This is the entrance, the underground entrance to KLCC, and I have to show the guy my vaccination status. So now we're at the lower ground level of KLCC. There's like some food, and if you go straight across, you will get to the tunnel that goes under the park and towards the other side, and then you can start the skywalk all the way to Bukit Bintang. But I haven't gotten my coffee yet because I haven't found any place that has coffee except for the like major franchises. So we want to find coffee. Once again, passing through KLCC. So this is the way out to the park, and as you can see, there's a lot more shops everywhere. Ooh, McDonald's. I'm not going to McDonald's. So let's go this way. Is there coffee? There's no coffee. Okay, so this is not as intense of a hike because it's air conditioned. But 44 is actually like goes out in the snow, so it's cold anyways. I'm trying to promote like more pedestrian a more pedestrian lifestyle. So like if you're ever in Kuala Lumpur, basically you can get around by walking. You just have to know where all the tunnels are. Still no coffee. We're going to do this, which is the KLCC to Bukit Bintang way, and these are the skywalks that go all the way to Bukit Bintang, ends at the pavilion, and you can see that it's very convenient and it's air conditioned and safe because there are CCTV cameras everywhere. A few people know that I know is to this right there's a little break in the glass, and it is a food court, an outdoor food court called the Boardwalk. And basically this is one of those places that are, it's not hidden, it's just that most people don't know about it. And well, obviously it's a bit too early for lunch, but maybe we can find some coffee. You can see the monorail. So, and just like that, we reach Pavilion. This is not the end of the skywalk. It goes through the mall, and maybe we can find some coffee there. But like the thing is like we're gonna cut through. It goes to Bukit Bintang on the street, and then we're just gonna cut through and go towards Petaling Street and go to Pasar Seni. It's a little bit of a walk outside, but like it's worth it. This is basically, you see Fahrenheit, and this is the Louis Vuitton building. I don't know what it's called really. You can, there's the Marriott. This is Pavilion, which is an amazingly huge mall. And basically this is the food court area of the pavilion called Connection. And you can see Bukit Bintang and the amount of traffic that it has. We're going that way towards the Lau Yat, and this is lot 10. So people will say, oh my god, Yeop, like you have to actually walk in the heat. No, we don't have to walk in the heat, because over here you have the underpass to Fahrenheit. So we're gonna keep walking through tunnels. So walking encyclopedia time. So basically I'm in this place called Arabica, and we are going to order finally a coffee. So I love the design of this coffee machine. It's really elegant in a way that it's not like the coffee machines that I've seen, but of course it's probably about like $15,000 worth of coffee machine. So the guy just said that it's not like an automatic press, so he has to pull it himself, and these things are manual pulls, and he's gonna pour my 2 espressos right now. So one bean is Arabica and one bean is Colombia. I made it complicated so he can't just double dose, and he has to actually like pound down like two different like machines to get two different beans. Like I made him use two heads. Sorry.
It's alright.
Oh, such a cool like thing.
Alright.
Thank you.
So this will be the single origin. This is
Okay, single Arabica. So I've been trying to find a milkshake in Malaysia for the longest time. I know it seems silly, but the thing is most people don't have milkshakes or they have really expensive milkshakes. And this is because of the fact that like somebody posted that malt is malt liquor. So like milkshakes were an alcoholic drink. I hate to do it, but I'm going to Five Guys for some milkshake. So, I hate going franchise, but it's about. Hi, can I get a milkshake?
Yeah,
Do
sure.
you have a strawberry milkshake?
Yes, strawberry milkshake.
Okay,
Alright,
just
so
one
this
milkshake.
strawberry milkshake?
That's it. So just to get out of here, so I don't get copyright for like the songs that they're playing there. Finally got a milkshake. It was like stupidly expensive for Five Guys milkshake. It's like 23 ringgit. I would not ever do it again. So because it's just ice cream. So now that we got our coffee and our milkshake, we're going to go down in the back on our little hike to the central market. There's a P. Ramlee gallery. P. Ramlee is one of our like most cherished actors, and it's actually really good movies. So like basically like if you want to watch movies in black and white in that era, they are amazing. Nope, I found a Fahrenheit 88 garage, so basically this, basically I will have to go outside, and that's somewhat annoying. So we're going back up to Sephora and then outside, just until lot 10. Hi YouTube. I'm in lot 10, which is that like a Japanese themed mall. There's a lot of Japanese themed things here. There's a basketball court upstairs, and basically Isetan, which is over there, which is a Japanese department store. But what I really wanted to show you is how this food court looks. So basically it looks like it's inside downstairs in the lower ground. But at the end of the day, it's like a little village that you can walk through. There's the crossing at Star Hill. I don't know if they made changes to this crossing, but they were trying to copy that crossing in Tokyo where they did a crisscross pattern of the zebra. It's still there, so basically you can go from this side across for that, like in Japan. So this is the Yeop Plaza food court. Yeop is obviously the place where you can get like computers and electronics in Kuala Lumpur. Is the center of it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna just jump up and cross over. So I realized that we can, I'm in Yeop right now, Yeop Plaza, and I realized that we can actually, to continue our little loop of that LRT line, I can actually go back to where we were at, across from Lot 10, take the monorail one station over and get to the KL City Center and transfer myself onto the other LRT line that goes back to Putra Heights. And when we get to Putra Heights, we're going to transfer again from Putra Height line, or whatever that line is called, to the KJ line, the Kelana Jaya line. And once we're at the Kelana Jaya line, we're going to go back to Paramount and go home. So just to show you the underground of what we did, this is Sungai Way. This is the entrance that we went through. Jumpa Lagi is right there. So basically behind that is Berjaya Times Square, Lot 10. So we didn't really go far in terms of distance, but like that's because I kind of wasted time in doing everything. But what we're gonna do is take the monorail, and hopefully I'm on the right side. Because I don't want to go to KL, I want to go back to KL Central. Crap. We're not gonna make it. Obviously. It's not because I'm filming, it's because like these things like have a maybe about a 40-second wait time. And I'm not gonna run it. Oh, the door's just open and people are just coming out. So maybe. Yes! No!
Stesen sambungan ke LRT Laluan Kelana Jaya, MRT Laluan Kajang, KTM dan ERL. KL Central Station, connecting station to LRT Kelana Jaya line.
two buildings, the dark one and the light one, are the light one is the old train station, and the train actually still goes through that. That's the National Mosque in the background, and basically the dark one is the main office building for KTM, which is like the train office. And we're back here where you have Dayabui and the post office. So we have a choice of praying either at the National Mosque, which is very close, which I have to get off now, or at Masjid Jami, which is like the older mosque and more historical, because it stands on the congruence of the Klang River, so where the name Kuala Lumpur comes from. And we're still indoors, so we haven't stepped out hardly onto the street. So we're going to Masjid Jami, which is this way. And basically it runs through a tunnel, goes upstairs, goes onto that little walkway, and then back down or whatever. So you can see like the sermon started. I didn't hear this is like the pre-sermon, I guess. Like basically there's a azan, which is the prayer call, then like this stuff. And then people are still coming in for prayers. And then there's this politically charged sermon usually. And then like the second azan or second prayer call. And then a third shorter prayer call. And then you can pray your two raka'ats, and then usually there's the doa section, which is like not a prayer but like basically asking God for stuff, and then you can go. So that's the Muslim prayer way on a Friday. So we're just gonna go up and across to Masjid Jami. Of course I'm wearing shorts, but always carry around the sarong. So this is my first time praying in Masjid Jami. Like, well, I'm a tourist in Kuala Lumpur, so why not pray at one of the oldest mosques for Friday prayers. The guy stopped me because he thought I was not Muslim because I was wearing a hat, and a lot of people are wearing hats because it's sunny, and then he stops me saying that, you know, like I'm wearing, because like I'm dressed like this, but I'm wearing a sarong. That's cool and rare to see in a mosque, actually, like a place for women to pray. Usually it's upstairs or downstairs, but like the thing is like women don't really go to Friday prayers. A trick is like find a well spot, and basically so you know where your sandals always are. So there you go, another mosque to add to the list of mosques that I've prayed in around the world. And this is actually really cool because of the fact that I've been in Malaysia. I've never actually prayed in the oldest mosque. So that's kind of cool. So we just finished praying Friday prayers at Masjid Jami, and we're now taking the LRT back around on the not on the Sentul line, but on the Sri Petaling line back to Putra Heights, and then from there we'll get back home. So this is the Masjid Jami station. I usually get donuts there on the way while I was here last 2 to 3 years ago, and basically we're gonna take this line. So not to make the stupid mistake I did, if you're coming from Masjid Jami, you have to go down, because apparently we have to go underground to get to the other side of that platform. I didn't see the sign for platform 2, so yeah, my fault, I'm an idiot. this is a funny sign because it doesn't say no durian, but there's a picture of a durian, and it says no pungent items. But like any tourist that walks through Kuala Lumpur in the heat is basically a pungent item. Two more stops. We're at where the red light is Puchong Perdana, then is Puchong Heights, Puchong Prima, and then like Putra Heights. And then we're gonna switch over after we get some lunch. I'm actually kind of hungry.
Terima kasih kerana menggunakan LRT Laluan Ampang. Terminal Station, Putra Heights. Interchange Station to LRT Kelana Jaya Line. Thank you for using LRT Ampang Line.
So this is the last line, the last spot on the line. We are now at Putra Heights, and we're gonna try to get the KJ line back to Taman Paramount. So we're going from here to on the red line to Taman Paramount. So it started raining, as you can see. This is the line that we came from. It's the Sri Petaling SP line, SP31. You can see Bukit Gasing or Bukit Kerinci on that side. And we're gonna wrap around towards it with the KJ1 line. And now we're going on the KJ line from Putra Heights to hopefully Taman Paramount. Maybe we'll stop for food somewhere else. This one, on the other hand, is driverless. So this is the KJ line. Whoops, that's a lady. So this is the KJ line, and they're disinfecting the train, I think. So everybody's outside, and we just have to wait a couple of minutes. So I'm not going to be a freak about this, but we're in the KJ line now, and we're going that way. We're going that way. So as you can see, we're headed towards the direction of Gombak. Townhouses have interesting roof structures, which makes no difference it just looks weird because it looks like little Gundam helmets, especially that one in the middle. So looks a little bit like Optimus Prime. So in Subang Jaya, if you want to go to Shah Alam or the other way, you can take the KTM, which is this way. It's a train, and basically it runs back to Kuala Lumpur or to Shah Alam, which is the other way. So yeah, we're still walking around, and but these things are free buses, and all of Selangor, the Kingdom of Selangor, have them. This is SJ1 for Subang Jaya. We're in PJ, so we'll, like the PJ 01 to 06 buses are free, and I've done that before, and they're like really great. So there was absolutely nothing to eat in Empire, and we're gonna walk back along the LRT line. It's not that far, probably about a kilometer or so, down back to SS15, where there's a whole bunch of like restaurants and stores. It's a good place to eat at night. This is Subang Parade, a throwback to my childhood, where it's the longest mall back then, and you have like the big ones back in the 90s, which is Subang Parade for one, IOI Puchong Mall for another one, where they had like this American Gladiators type of arena. Subang Parade was the longest mall. It like really extends like pretty far down. And whatchamacallit, the Sunway Putra, which was Yauhan, it had like a Viking ship ride. And Wanutama, which has a whole bunch of stores, and it was like one of the bigger stores in malls in Petaling Jaya. If you can think of others, give me a shout out. So we're outside the mosque near SS15, and this is like a street side, either chendol or ABC. So basically this is like really old school, and that's like a hand used like chendol ice grinder. So to make either ABC, which ay batu campur, or chendol, which is an Indian shaved ice dessert with pandan. So coming from, I don't really say this often, coming from the Medan Selera in the SS15, I kind of threw up because of the food. I don't know what was wrong with it. Maybe it's old, but like I had to buy like a toothbrush, a toothpaste, and like brush my teeth. Now we're going to I'm going to go to Cow Cow Yogurt to Lepa with Lisa, and she brought her kids along, and they're gonna play in the ball pit. Well, they're not really playing in the ball pit. They're more like hugging the cow in the ball pit. We're heading out of section 15. We lepa with, which means to chill out, with Lisa and her daughters, and basically we had just yogurt at Cow Cow Yogurt, and now we're back going to Town Paramount and then back home. Just to continue the line, we're going to direction of Gombak to go back home. This is Subang Jaya, which is like part of Petaling Jaya, and we just had a hangout session in SS15. And as you can see, there's the food court Medanslera and the row of shops that are like mostly restaurants. So we're gonna end the video here. It's been a long day, about 11 hours of walking around, and basically it's almost 8 o'clock. It's 7:30, and we started about at 8. And we're back at Taman Paramount. We're gonna get off, and I hope you enjoyed the tour. Talk to you guys later.